Doesn't really matter where we go, we're going to get attacked along the way. And unfortunately, we didn't get to go to the library, so we'll never get that trickster path, mythic path. And we won't get the flaming lance in the defense, because there's nothing I can do about it. Are we actually gonna make it? Ha! We actually made it! Nice. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we'd still get accosted by the messenger. Huh. So how does the battle start? Oh god, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. Oh, that's bad. How does the battle start if I'm here already? Does it just suddenly happen? Well, I'm gonna go sell my stuff. Oh no, here we go. Is this it? Why are we walking so dramatically? The defender's heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins. But somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like typical tavern revelry, but nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Sela waves to you. She's sitting at a table with the trio you met previously, the knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. Lyria, come! Let me properly introduce you to Aelan, Jana, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Card. Sela pushes a mug of beer toward you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Erebeth to use what Jana, Curl, and Aelan found for a little party. If you look out the window, you might think the end times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could keep the gloom at bay. Sela looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. I understand. We need to continue living and fighting, however hard that may be, even amidst the chaos that has befallen the city. This isn't safe. What if demons attack while everyone is drunk? Oh shit. Please tell me that's not a side effect. Have you ever turned down merrymaking in good company? Ha! Let's raise our mugs, my friends. Allow me to declare my support for Sela's decision as well. Experience tells me that we should shed no tears until after our victory. If we start to mourn the fallen while the battle is still raging, we'll be jeopardizing all our efforts. Now is the time for rest. We'll bury the dead after the last team has been driven from Canabras. Hey, we're just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reasons to toast. I really don't care about you lot. I don't care about any of that. Sela, did you call me over here just because, or is something the matter? I didn't want to turn to talk about today's celebration. You see, Aelan is in trouble. I want to help him. I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Wounded or dead? Bad idea, sister. I told you, I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Calva's right. Lyria helped me find you. Without her help, I'd still be looking for you all over Canabras. So, Aelan, come on. Stop being summoned. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. The young knight shakes his head. In all truth, I did not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Iomade and her friend certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canabras has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sela begins seriously, but then a smile lights up her face. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all you did was save one kite from some lesser demons. But look how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs. But who knows? Maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canabras will find the strength to protect the city. Sela catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Aelan, I wanted to help you, and my reputation as a holy warrior of Iomade won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met, may all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in all the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a bungler like me, but I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the demon lord Discarian or his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canabras. For half a year I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich, but I so want to make Kiana happy. It took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it, but I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. True that. The ring is most likely still at the Hound Hearts camp outside the city. Eleanor's friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canabras. Think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What could we run into at this camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, then rode straight to the city without spending any more time cleaning up the rest of their band. It was only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, this was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time as the Wardstone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since. Okay. Sela puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Eleanor's a good man, and a true knight, and I think the world should repay those who were so devoted to doing good. Let's help him, so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Sela, I hope you can convince Erebeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Honey, you've got no character, Barona. You ain't coming with. Of course, if the League of the Inspiring Card has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward together. Awesome. That is complete. Now can we quickly do all this before shit happens? So we're up to just shy of 8,000, whatever this is. And I bought 10 potions of moderate cure wounds and 4 serious, but I actually think I'm going to get some of these standards. Just because they're significantly cheaper and I might need them. What if I just take all of them? It's 1,500. I'll just take it. Just in case. You never know. You never know when I'm going to need all of that. I'm going to have to Google conditions because I don't know what Shaken does. So I went on to the... what's the name? Owl's Forge? The developers of this game. I went into their forums to see if anyone else had the issue of not being able to leave Blackwing Library, and it seemed that yes, other people had the same issue. And one person suggested to those people in the post that if you speak to the storyteller again, he auto-travels you to Defender's Heart. But I've come back here. I've undone everything I've done at Defender's Heart, so I'm gonna have to redo all of that again, which kind of sucks because there's the purchasing and then the celebration, so that's going to be a little time consuming to quickly go through again. But I've sacrificed all that to come back and get this done, and it does indeed seem like if you speak to the storyteller again, he is going to teleport you back to Defender's Heart. But the strange thing is, I did speak to him again last time I played this. I spoke to him. I thought I'd picked all 4 options. Unless I accidentally double-clicked one option twice, I'm pretty certain I picked all the options. I'm probably going to have to go back and look at my video that has that in it. But I swear I picked all the options and it never came up with this option. It just came up with the same dialogue as before, and then you just had to exit the conversation. But now I can go to Defender's Heart. So now I have the Flaming Lance, or whatever that name was, here for the fight. I have the Arcane Mythic Path open, though I don't... Okay, the Trickster Mythic Path open, though I don't think that's particularly relevant for me. And I now have this quest for the Druid Lady. Or about the Druid Lady. Okay, so let's come over here, redo this. I'll skip all this for you. It's literally the exact same thing we just did. I've somehow ended up with less cash. I'm wondering if maybe I sold the short bow before. It's still a bit off in my amounts, but that's the only thing I can think of. And I have all these weapons that I might go put in storage because I'm just holding on to them and doing nothing with them because I don't have characters that can use them. But I'm reluctant to get rid of them for that very reason, just in case I do get a character who can use them. I don't want to have tossed them like I just tossed the armor, which I probably shouldn't have done. Okay, now who else did we need to speak to back here? Visit the... Yeah, that's outside. Knights of the Flaming Lancer. Join the Crusaders! Go team. Burning City. Bring the storyteller here. So I've got to go talk to the storyteller and maybe chat to Erebeth about the Grey Garrison, I think. But in any case, let's go speak to... Where is the storyteller? There he is. Hello, sir. Right next to me. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some colour. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my saviour? I recognised your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Storyteller's ring. Interesting. Let's see what that does. Erebeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabras that the local wardstone had been desecrated. That's right, I forgot that. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabras did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what they would be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Who are you? And why do they let you examine the wardstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am a storyteller. Just an old elf. And a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I have seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom and the stolen lands. Haha, Kingmaker. Led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I have a few friends in Nerosian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstones was granted. I visited all of them, but only found a cause for alarm in Canabras. Do you wield some special magic power? Some instinct? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but it is more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. He's got object reading. That's an Age of Ashes special spell. I touch an object and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? I have not. A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Managa, it's Manago, invaded the city with a crowd of Oh, that massacre. I didn't realize it had a name. With a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best. Kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? Locals think this is impossible, but who knows? Was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here. Even the terrifying Baylor, Karamzada. Karamzada. Don't know. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canabras. And when the demon lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the Worldwound. Why did you travel to the wardstones? I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at that time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I could understand where one of them ended and the next began. I have heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the wardstone. Ooh, will my ladder heaven do it? I can cut a hole in my chest right here and let it come out. As far as I know, there is nothing like in Canabras, but the demons might have something. Really? Why would the demons have something that can stop their own act? That seems a bit silly. I heard the dying roar of Tyrandalev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Tyrandalev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. Okay. Okay. Can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe... Oh, this is a separate issue? Okay. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Canabras there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Kyonin who witnessed Earthfall. Really? How old must they be? The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it. You sure it wasn't... You're not the elf we speak of? But no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found a mention that the manuscript exists and is held somewhere in the city. Notes for the storyteller. Certain the notes he seeks are hidden in the Grey Garrison. Ugh, we've got to go there anyway, I suppose. I assume it's stored at the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf is interested. How do you read when you can't see? I know you're grabbing the past memories from the items in question, but that doesn't necessarily tell you what's written on them. So I think you're missing half the message by only getting the emotions and memories from it. Anyway, it's understandable. The Crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Great Garrison has fallen into the enemy's hands, I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. You want me to pilfer it? Or can I just tell you about it? I mean, I don't really. I'm not actually going to read any of this. I'm just going to put it through in case we get something interesting out of it. We didn't. Great. Okay, I have a few questions about our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. What were you doing there? Well, yeah, he literally just said that. Okay, so the scroll he's looking for... It describes the last days of the proud kingdom of Kyonin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Golarion. I have a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my past. Okay, it just repeats the exact same thing. Cool. That is that. I really don't know how to trigger this next part.
I'm gone.
I don't really need to speak to anybody either. Search the place where Terendelev died. Oh, hopefully, Find an item that can cleanse the Wardstone of corruption. It's back to the marketplace, isn't it? She died at the marketplace. I can't really go back out. I don't have time. The fight is upon us. Be prepared. I'm prepared. I'm waiting. Can I find these guys, the Knights of the Flaming Lance? Are they here? Nimbus Ruins, visit the abandoned camp, find his shit in the Grey Garrison. Okay, is the dude here? The dude we got the alliance with, the flaming thingy dude. Flaming Lance dude. I found Jenna Eldari like you asked. Yes, thank you. It's good to have her back. We need every fighter we can get. Mirabeth frowns. I suppose it's asking too much to want fighters that are sober as well. It is indeed. Okay, and I'm just gonna smash through that. Just in case it was important, it wasn't. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna at least try to leave. If you have nothing else for me. No, I can't see this dude's name. So if he's here, maybe he's outside? There's a lot of people outside. Lame. Who's lame? Oh, Claim. Here he is. This is the dude. I don't really care about any of his stuff, but... From Taldor, beginning studying Nephis from a young age, blah, 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 blah. Came across Miamir. We'll get this right eventually. Book about the application of magic and the struggle against the demons, and her words revealed a great secret to me. That faith is dead without deeds. Anyone who seeks knowledge for its own sake, blah, blah, blah. I renounced Nethys and swore myself to Iomade. Okay, and then you want to meet her to become your student. Good for you. Okay, I can see that Miamir the scholar means a lot to you. She's my teacher. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am today. What are you reading? Nothing interesting. Awesome. How can you help us when we attack the Grey Garrison? There is one ritual that we've been wanting to test for a long time. If it works as it should, we can offer you an effect similar to a haste spell. Not for a handful of seconds, but for scores of minutes, maybe even hours. Man, you can give me haste. Okay, so they're not going to be bodies at the Grey Garrison, but they are still going to help me. That's good. I could rest here and reduce my corruption. Okay, do I have to leave to trigger this thing? Can I start going towards the marketplace again? Yeah, she can stay there. She can stay there. How far will I get before it drags me back? Oh, now we want to do this? Great. Well, no, it says there's a mission there. It doesn't say I can do it. Going to the market square. Yes. Will I get stopped along the way? Well, that's not what I meant, but okay. Oh, I try. I'm gonna need my spells. I'm gonna need my spells for the final battle. I'm not gonna be able to use any of my spells. There are two guys. Why are you always face the wrong direction, yo? Where's Seela? You're gonna block Seela's path if you go that way, so go after that one, please.
Cover me, all right?
You may as well also go that way. Problem solved. Land.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Beautiful. Love your work, guys. What the hell? We're collecting all at the moment, aren't we? Hey, stop twitching in death. We've got a scroll of Q Light Wounds. Nice. And another Masterwork Glaive. How many Masterwork Glaives gonna go get in one playthrough? Woof. Continue. As you were. We made it! Okay, Terendelev. Where did you die? You died in the main square. I don't know where the main square is. I didn't see anything in my previous travels. This sucks. I'm just going to be like roaming blindly because I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I want to go on this half of the map, but I don't know how. Hopefully the enemies have not replenished. And this is the way I went before, but I don't know how to get to the square. Where is the square? Do you guys know how to get to the square? Is there any way to get past this wall? Any way at all?
My way.
No, it's a pretty solid wall. And that's the end of the map. Did I miss something up top? Some way of getting through here, perhaps? That I didn't know that I missed? I'm really not sure where I'm going.
Forget it.
It took you that long?
To the bones today.
Ah, this way. Aha. Okay, we're gonna fight people.
This will be quick.
Which is terrible, because again, trying to preserve spells. Where? Who am I in battle with? It's gotta be someone who's invisible, because I don't see anybody. Delay. Choose a position and initiative queue to delay a character. I don't bloody know. Until an enemy appears? How does that sound? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. I just did. I clicked. There you are. Fiendish Giant Centipede. There's two of them. Oh god, don't go over there. Ember needs to 5-foot step back. And try not to kill anybody.
Or else.
Of my team, I meant.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Easily done. Fiendish Giant Fly. 2 Fiendish Giant Flies. Was not expecting this.
You won't survive me.
get clustered so
Spirits
awkwardly.
demand your blood.
I clicked the wrong one.
Into the fray.
All the times doing this.
Too late for apologies.
She hit it! Which is more than I can say for others.
Distract them from me.
Nice work. Didn't take a single point of damage. Great work, team. I am
Follow if you dare.
impressed and happy with that. Ramen. Okay, Ramen. Let me just go this way a sec.
Get another
Oh, shit. You guys got this? You don't need me. Look at this. And I get the XP for you killing shit. This is great.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, there are so many of them. Huh.
Don't hold back.
Okay, come closer. You clearly can't shoot shit from back there.
Enjoy this.
Oh, God. Nice. See, you guys do not
Time
need
to
me
share your
at
treasures.
all. You're all over it like a bad rash.
Cover me, all right?
I'll hit you!
You really won't. Oh, yes, she will. Ember continues to surprise me on occasion. Gosh. Is there anything else in this back corner? Nope. Okay. Come speak with Ramian, I think his name was. Save. Ramian, my beloved brother. I admire your... Why, who's your brother? I can't tell. I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it? Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use? For instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble while the people still trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden-curled Asma, I can't tell, he's wearing a hood, is beautiful even by the standards of his kind. In those veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful. A bitter approach simmers in his gaze. Not that I can see because he's facing away from me. Hulrun. Bloody Hulrun. Ha! I can't believe he survived. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The sign of recent hard fighting obvious in the stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers. Those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Bruh, no need to be racist. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city, and yet again I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then it must mean that there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again to... The old man notices your approach. And you. I remember you. You appeared in my city the day that your demons attacked and Turendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once. We'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know. Bruh. There are 6 of me, plus the Asma, and 3 are you. You and what army? Don't think the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take you on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Hulrun peers at Llama's suspicion. Racist motherfucker. Lan, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Canabras my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before? Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We've been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So you're a Mongol. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The pirate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Canabras from the demons. Who are you to be asking me such questions? You want to fight? Be my guest. I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. I am Huron Shapok, prelate to Canabras, inquisitor by the grace of Iomade, defender of the city by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Gulfrey, against threats from within and without. And, as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The god... Oh, it sucks. I can't get him on my team either. No character banner. The golden curled Asma, which I still can't tell because of the hood, flashes a flinty smile. I am Ramian? I hate it when no one tells me how to pronounce these things. Of Edma. Edme? Prior of the Temple of Desna. My beloved Desna. Which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Oh, sad face. Wise Hulrin here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one more matter that is important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you strung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sakorians had hanged Arilu Vorlash while they had the chance, there would never have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, Caesar's scum. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times. But threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Requires mythic path, reveal the light of heaven. Ugh. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabras. I am no enemy of yours. Suck it, bro. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell may up a curse. With each word, his face relaxes. You were telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. Ha! Fuck you, not telling. Well, that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. Don't lay a finger on me, you have to answer me, say nothing. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from us. I'm just curious, if this is where Terendelev died, how am I supposed to find this object that's supposed to help me? I don't even remember what it's supposed to help me do. The object I'm looking for. Let's leave it at that. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Well, mayhap they listened to the storyteller's words of advice and knew that there was corruption within it. What do you think about that? Horan is trembling with fury. The wardstone of Canabras, the gift from Iomade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess tried to meddle with it using their magic. Hey, don't talk like Desna like that. After hearing a voice in their dreams, well, that is usually how Desna operates. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing... It sounds like ramen. I have to call him Ramian. I'm going to call him Ramian to make him not sound like he's a noodle. Allowing the traitors to go to ground. Oh, so they didn't get killed. Fantastic. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life. And now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes. From Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies for even a second. And I was right. Well, ain't gonna happen, buddy. Yasima holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop. You are defenders of what remains of Canabras. Can't you think of anything better to do than beat each other's throats in the ruins of... I tried to help you, and that's how you want to act? Fine. You're a fool, Hulrin. Oh, he's going to vanish anyway. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have said anything. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong, as always. With a wave of his wand, the Asima vanishes. Oh! Staunton Vane? What the hell's he here for? That totally said Staunton Vane, right? Why is he here? He turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Oh yeah, sure, let me just click my fingers and do all the heavy lifting for you. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. Fuck you. I am almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. It's you who have been doing it unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Rami must be captured. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I'm not going to kill him. I had to deal with a brood of Nabasus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Nabasus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain the victim's life force. Judging by Hulron's pallor, he's lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now, he's far from the peak of his abilities. Why are you so obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because their enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabras would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. I don't wanna. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the Crusade. Back then, why is this relevant? Canabras didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll through the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas, the Crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. You need people, so yeah. Yes, there's a lot of reading. Ugh. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the Warstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, you can't refuse everybody entry purely because of fear that that's going to repeat itself. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, splattering the Wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an Alice beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right too. We let our guard down and we got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canabras has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Aurilu's glory. We drove them all out of our city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Baylor, Karamzada, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Tuscari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here, the goddess curse him, in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Ramian really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desdens were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in dreams. I won't lie. Sometimes what they said did come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cardinal facts of intelligence reports? I mean, if you've got solid proof that their dreams have been truthful in the past, why wouldn't you believe them? Or at least, try to find out if they're real or ward your area in case they are. Why would you just ignore them out of hand, you stupid son of a bitch? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous lie in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. Wow, can I just put a sword through his gut, twist it a little, and toss him over the edge? It's no more than you deserve, Huron. This time, Mr. Curlsverbrains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of did it never occur to you that two separate parties coming to you with the exact same information is kind of an indication that, oh fuck, something's gonna happen? Like, what are the odds of a storyteller, a complete stranger coming to the city and telling you that, and people you already know who have had dreams that are truthful in the past come and tell you that? These two parties who have no correlation or relationship with one another, they come to you with the exact same information. You are such an idiot for disregarding it out of hand. Oh my god, I can't even with you. I can't. I'll have to restart because I didn't finish that sentence. This time, Mr. Curlsverbrains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Yomade, forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Oh my god. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desmond's played right into the hands of Discari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guard. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? There's nothing dangerous as a whole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a life-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. Shouldn't you be more concerned about saving the people who still survive, rather than standing here worrying about attack that may or may not come from below? That's why I'll be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to come attack here, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Ramian? Ramian. How should I know? That wizard couldn't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole like the traitorous little rat he is, and he'll be sitting, trembling and waiting till he's dragged out of there. With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. Oh, I want to just slice and dice. He's a horrible human being. Arrgh. And I am a chaotic character. But will this have repercussions? Let's face it, I don't think Sela's going to be too happy, so I'm going to leave you. Ember peers intently at Horan. I remember you. When Father arrived in the city, you met us. What's this gibberish? As if I... Are you the one who burnt her No, tell me that isn't so. As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to the stakes, started lighting the bonfire. Oh, motherfucker, you're dying now. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames, but then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was for good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. I guess it's really setting you up to kill him. It really is. He didn't look that way he does now, all wrinkled or grey. He was young with a big moustache. Ember smiles broadly and draws a large pussy moustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect his city. And he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. It seems like he does that quite a lot though, Ember, and we can't keep forgiving him. Horan, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Pah! Hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? We just said a dude jumped in and rescued her. Is that so hard to remember or understand or comprehend? And what about that crow that's always flying about her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Oh my god, he's just so, I don't know, racist, classist? No, not in the sense of, I meant like, you know what I meant, classes. He's discriminating against anybody who's not like him. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe, oh, I don't want to fight him though because I need all my abilities for the next battle. Maybe you've done something, thinking it was a good... Actually, it doesn't matter because I won't be approached by the messenger until I leave this place. So I could rest here. Is that pushing it too far? I don't know. Maybe you've done something, thinking it was a good thing. But you were really doing a bad thing that hurts someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. No. I want to kill him. 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 He's horrible. Who else is he going to kill? What other innocent people is he going to... No. I'm just not. I am just not. I'd like to see you try, demon worshipper.